Welcome. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It would really help the channel to spread around and to help other people to find the videos. For the price of XLM to reach $300 million a coin, XLM is going to be moving $150 trillion a year. So
on top of like what XRP is moving?
No, that's
So
a
it's like,
no. That's a
it's
side.
gonna be flowing through XRP, but it's money. That same money, a portion of that same money is gonna be flowing through XLM.
So in the system, $5 to $6 trillion move per day, right? $5 to $6 trillion move per day. Now, when you take that, you divide that into the different industries and sectors of the system, right? That's where you get the amount of what each coin will be moving per day. But all in all, at the end of it, all of that money has touched the XRP ledger at some point, right? So we're not talking about the XRP ledger right now. We're talking about XLM. So when you do 150 trillion and you divide that by 52, you got to divide it by 365 days a year, right? So you divide that by 365, you get approximately 410,958,904,109. That's how much money XLM will be moving per day. So that's 410,958,904,109 per day they will be moving. That's how XLM gets to $300 million a coin, right? Because you're talking about.
I wasn't even thinking of it like. I wasn't thinking about the fact that most money that will be in circulation will have probably moved through XRP at some point, through the ledger.
Yeah. Right. So out of that $410 billion plus dollars that XLM will be moving per day, some of that money is going to touch the XRP ledger. That's why, when they talk about the amount of money that move per day, it's all of the money, even with SHX, right? SHX is going to be the same thing. SHX is on the XLM ledger, right? Mm-hmm. They're on the XLM blockchain. So SHX is also going to be, aside from what XLM is moving, right? SHX is going to be moving their own set of money per day, but it's going to be touching the XLM blockchain.
Right.
That's going to be then touching the XRP blockchain, right? That's how it's all going to work, because all of these things are interoperable. But when you look at the $150 trillion, and I did a video on this already too, that $150 trillion is basically money from banking transactions and stuff like that. That's why they say that XLM is more of the people's coin and XRP is more of the banker's coin. Because and people misunderstand what they mean when they say that. When they say that, they're talking about the fact that more people will be interacting with the XLM blockchain daily than bankers. Bankers will be interacting more with the XRP ledger than people. However, their money still will be touching XRP blockchain. And it's hard for people to understand because they're not understanding the layers, right? When you look at the fact that they basically consider all of these cryptos the new HTTP for finance, people don't understand that your phone, right? When you're on your phone and you're using the internet on your phone internet protocol is different from your computer's internet protocol.
Right.
But your phone's internet protocol has to use the HTTP protocol. So there's no getting around it. Like, your phone internet has to use the HTTP protocol, which is the worldwide internet protocol, right? Because the phone internet protocol in Europe is not the same as it is in America. That's the other thing people don't understand. Their phone internet protocol is a different protocol. So when you're looking at these assets, they're protocols for finance, right? So yes, they're going to be worldwide. That's the whole point of them having the X in front of their ticker symbol, right? Because the X stands for borderless. It stands for borderless, right? So XLM, yes, more people are going to be, now, I mean, everybody is people, so it's weird when you say that, right? More non-financial industry people will be using, so basically more consumer-based people, right? More consumer-based people will be utilizing XLM blockchain. More financial people will be using XRP. That's why they call XLM the people's coin, right? I know I said that already, but I'm just going to say it again. On a daily basis, when you're using your debit card, when you're using your phone wallet, when you're getting on the train, when you're paying for an Uber, that money is going to be more running on the XLM blockchain, and SHX is going to be helping that money to settle, right? That's what that's going to be doing, because SHX is also going to be helping those systems as well. But they're going to be doing it more from a behind the scenes standpoint, right? So it's basically going to be like XLM, it's like your money is going to be touching XLM blockchain, but then SHX is going to be helping the banks to settle that money. That's how it's going to be. So your money's running across the XLM blockchain. Your money's going to be settling. And again, people are not going to know that they're using the XLM blockchain, but they're going to be using it because the banking institution that you use, they use XLM. You just don't know that, but your bank account is fast, is efficient, and things like that. That's all regular people are going to see, right? So that's what's going to be happening with that. But the way how it gets to that $300 million per coin is the fact that they have half of the supply of XRP. So XRP has 100 billion coins total. XLM has 50 billion coins total. And I believe there's in circulation, there's only, I want to say 32 billion or something like that, if I remember correctly, in circulation. I'm sorry, not 32. I think it might only be 20 something billion coins in circulation. Hold on. Let me check that again.
I heard it was a pretty small percentage of, you talking about XRP or XLM?
XLM.
Oh, okay. I heard that XRP was a pretty small percentage, and they showed the amount of money that's not being held. I mean, XRP that's not being held.
All right, so yeah, I was right. 30.5 billion XLM is in circulation, right? So it's only that amount, right? So now when you look at that, you're like, okay, well, in order for them to move $150 trillion a year, what would the price of the coin? Well, how I did it is I basically said, okay, well, XRP has to start at 20,000, and that's taking consideration the 100 billion coins that's in circulation, right? So they starting floor has to be 10,000. Well, if XLM has half of the supply of XRP, well, then they would have to go up a whole 100% more. So you're talking about them having to start their coin at $20,000 a coin because they have half of the supply. So they need to go up a whole 10,000 more in order for it to make sense. Right? Now, people would say, yeah, but they're not moving the same amount. Right, but you got to look at the amount of coins that they have. So because they have 50% less than XRP, they have to go up 10,000 more than XRP. So XLM has to start off at $20,000 per coin, right? But it doesn't stop there, because now you got to say, okay, well, if the coin got to start at $20,000 a coin per $1 trillion that they're moving, so it has to be $20,000 per $1 trillion that they're moving. Well, they're going to be moving $150 trillion a year. So when you go and you do 20,000 times 150, that's $3 million a coin. But again, it doesn't stop there. because that's only taking consideration 1 year. Well, we know that the financial system is built on 100-year increments. So if they're built on 100-year increments, we also know that they take that 100 years and they divide it by 10. So now it's 10 years, right? So now you got to take that 3 million and you got to times that by 10. That's 30 million, right? But if you had take those 3 million and you times it by 100, which I think that's probably what they're going to do, is they're going to times it by 100 and just knock it out of the park one time, right? I think that's what's going to make more sense. I don't think they're going to times it by 10. I don't think they're going to take that 3 million and times it by 10. I think they're going to take that 3 million and times it by 100 to get that $300 million price point, because it only makes sense that now when you go back and you was to do the math and you do 150 trillion, right, divided by 300 million, that's 500,000 coins they will use for the year to move that $150 trillion, which makes a lot of sense. If you was to do it at $30 million a coin, right, then you would be using basically 5 million coins a year. They can't afford to do 5 million coins a year. They can't afford to do that, because when you do the 150 trillion and you divide it by 30 million, you get 5 million. 5 million is not bad, but they're not going to want to go through 5 million coins. Plus, as David Schwartz already said, and this goes for all blockchains, the higher the coin is, the more efficient the coin could run. Because when people are thinking about it, again, like I said, they're thinking about it very small, right? They're looking at it for 1 year, and it's like, no. If they move $150 trillion this year, they're going to be moving $150 trillion next year. If you add
for them to put it at a stable price, like you said, anyway.
Right. So it will be better for them to put it at a very stable high price,